At the Colombo Racecourse.
Thank you very much.
At the Colombo Racecourse now.
And this is going to be
Stadium in Colombo 7. What a wonderful event this is going to be. The Sri Lanka team is up against the Polish side who are now 29 in the world rankings. We lie at number 39. So it's a big jump for Sri Lanka if they win this match. Shanaka and Shan will bring live commentaries, and we are all excited here. Whole of Sri Lanka is backing this side as we look at the team list of both sides.
Going to be key today is Bilal Hassan in the number 8 jersey and how he combines with his 9 and 10 Srinath Surya Bandara into the side for Sri Lanka, as is Lavanga Pereira making his debut, and Nigel Ratwath in the 15s format where we don't see him too much. So some new players in the side who will really need to make sure that they fit right into the patterns of this team without any hesitation, because they've just got 80 minutes to prove themselves, Sri Lanka, and try and jump up the IRB rankings. Bilal Hassan in that concentration mode. He's got his game face on. He's such a happy-go-lucky guy off the field, but as soon as he crosses the touchline, it's game time. Poland will be looking to improve on their performance against Madagascar, Shan. And do you think they can do it as we watch this match also on MTV Sports and mtvsports.lk?
Very much so. Plenty to look forward to for all of you around the world watching on MTV stream. But here today for Poland, I'm going to pitch right up front and say Surya Bandara, Suri as we call him here in Sri Lanka, the number 9 shirt. The addition is going to be the difference. Let's have a look. Here you go, the kickoff.
That's a restart by Banachek, the captain. Not a restart, actually, a start by Banachek, the captain, that bounces into touch. So Danushka Pereira should probably have gone for that ball, but they get the line out anyway. Bilal Hassan, playing in the number 8 jersey, is also the thrower into the line out. He was very accurate in the last game. Sharo Fernando taken but sacked immediately, and the referee says sacked illegally, so that's the first penalty of the game. Roy the Radhapaksha also making his start. Referee Taku Takashi from Japan. He blew the game for Sri Lanka against Madagascar and had a decent game, even though a lot of people criticized that last try that was awarded. And the first mistake from Riza Mubarak, or Niroshan Fernando it was, not finding touch with that kick. We can't afford those, Sean, not today.
Absolutely. Right up front, early in the morning, you've got to get those little things right. And Niroshan had an opportunity to put Sri Lanka right inside the 22 of Poland, and he didn't do that. And the The Polish will now try to wrest it away. Sri Lanka do well with the line out. Nice ball. Good from Niroshan. Well done. Here we go.
So this is intent from the start for Sri Lanka, spreading it wide from the first phase, not stopping anywhere along the way. Just quick hands through Lavanga Pereira, Nigel Ratwatta to Chamara Dabare. Here's big Swarna Tilaka coming in and hitting it up. That's Niroshan Fernando with the obvious game plan, putting it back against behind this Polish defense, and that's a good start to play. A good line out won by Rohit Rajapaksa. Couple of phases and they're on the try line almost.
Well, this is what it's all about. You've got to try and stick to your plan. I'm sure they've worked a lot at the plan, Shanaka. They've just sat down with Ronnie and the whole lineup with Maluana and looked at the game board and said, listen, try and turn these Polish players, try and put it back, make them walk up and down, try and tie them as much as possible. But they didn't like the ball behind them.
Buchevski to throw into the line out for Poland. Won there by the big second rower, Mirosh.
Option. Scrum.
Not straight, says the referee, and asks Nama Rajapaksa what he would like. And he says very clearly a scrum. So it's the first scrum of the game. And this is a very interesting area, Shan. The first scrum, so important, so valuable that the both front rows get some confidence here. So let's see how this goes.
Yes, I think Sri Lanka will try and get underneath Poland. Nama Rajapaksa, skipper, in the front row, in the boiler house, and all the hard work ahead of him. His work rate is going to matter in the first 20 minutes. He had a good one against Madagascar, but unfortunately the backup wasn't quite forthcoming. But right now, look at that scrum. Look at how much pressure is in that front row, Shanaka. You know how it feels there, mate. And it's not nice. There's not much love lost between those two sides as well.
No, it's not the most glamorous job in the world, but Ranga Swarnatilaka or Podi has been doing it for a long time. And they need to win the hit, Sri Lanka, which they didn't do last time, so we'll be happy it's been blown up. The big front row, that's Chirosil, the hooker.
Set. Yes, 9.
That's a little better. More stable platform. Surya Bandara snaffled by his opposite number.
Too true, and well done by the number 9 for Poland there. Got Suri. Suri is such a sharp operator.
Bilal Hassan once again rescuing that ball, and Nama Rajapaksa taking it on. Physical stuff there. Niroshan Fernando goes for the drop goal again, something that they've talked about, but it's drifted just wide. Not a bad option in these conditions to get the first points on the board.
Very important you get first points on the board, and a really good plan. Looked well, but unfortunately just went slightly away from the right uprights. Perfect thought. And I think Sri Lanka have to surprise Poland today, Shanaka. They're going to have to be sharper, react better, be quicker. Here it is. Nicely taken by Niroshan. Good, confident from underneath him. Nice, unfortunately. Just went a little bit to the side. But here's Sri Lanka again with possession and a chance to strike out.
Riza Mubarak puts that big high up and under. Banachek rather, the captain who dropped a few against Madagascar, takes that one safely enough under no pressure at all.
Number 2.
Release. And that's the skipper himself who's been accused of not releasing his opposite number. That's the skipper also of Poland, Banachek, in the number 15 jersey.
Well, here it is. There he is, just holding him on the deck. Well, I'll tell you this much, Shanak, if Sri Lanka really up the pace today and keep the pressure on, and they can do that, they are quite capable of keeping the pressure on. And I'm sure they've worked out how much work rate they're going to have to live with, and the running yards, etc., which they didn't actually have in the Madagascar game. Today will be a very different story.
Yes, I think they would have taken Madagascar a little bit lightly, which they're in no danger of doing today, Sean.
Yes, I think the Sri Lanka backs have to move the ball at pace and play away from the formidable front five from Poland, and this is very important for Sri Lanka.
Yes, very much so, and you're talking about how much work rate that front five are going to have to deal with. Sri Lanka will have to match up. There you see that little breakaway pod there, 3 players, 3 Polish players, just making sure that they try and suck in as many of the Sri Lankan hits as possible.
Again, using the big forwards in the line, Majcek took it up, then it was Plonka, and now Mirosh. So this is a very set pattern for Poland. Buchevski, speaking after the last game, said we're a better side than that, and they're here to show that today, as they have some dominance in this breakdown. Nama Rajapaksa moving a few players out of the way. but they keep it tight.
Well, yes, they look to grind, Shanaka. You'll be hoping for very boring rugby from Poland. They'll just grind and walk and talk and do nothing else. They'll try and just wind and wear Sri Lanka out up front. Let's see how it goes.
Yes, that's exactly what they'll do. Now they move it. Banachek in the line, gives an inside ball that Niroshan Fernando gets in the way of. So well done. Stopping that move, Surya Bandara puts it high with the box kick. That's a lovely kick from Suri. Almost picked up by Lavanga Pereira. But unfortunately for him, he just dropped the ball. So referee was playing advantage, but he ruled that advantage had been gained, and Lavanga Pereira just unable to snaffle that ball, which was put up by Surya Bandara.
Unfortunately, first touch of the ball for young Lavanga. Had he got it, he had a chance of just running towards that corner flag. Would have been magical, but it's come back for a scrum. But this is what Sri Lanka have to do. They've got to keep Poland guessing. They've got to make them guess, turn round, turn them back. Don't let them settle. If they let them settle, Poland are going to be very tough on this surface under these conditions.
They'll be happy with the gains they made. The scrum has been even so far, but those big lads will come to the fore later in the game as the referee blows. Now that's a telling penalty. The referee has said that we were pulling down Sri Lanka. We're pulling down Poland in the scrum, and that's something that will be very worrying if it happens more often in their half.
Well, that's not something they obviously planned. At least I hope it isn't. But Poland take the penalty, get a good kick in. Little things, Shanaka, little things. In the first 5, 6, 7 minutes, we've got to try and unsettle Poland as much as possible. If we can do that and get amongst them, then it's going to be a better option for the first quarter of this game for Sri Lanka.
So they're waiting now. Buchavski to throw in. Shara Fernando already trying to play with his mind, waving his left hand. And that didn't look straight, but it was taken by Mirosh, number 4. And they take this rolling maul towards the line. This is Buchavski.
Fall back!
Ball is still going forward, so the referee will not call it back. They're almost at the line, Poland. Finally, it goes to ground. Chirosil now waits for it.
Sri Lanka's defense is going to have to step up really well. They're going to have to go low and hard and try and stall these big juggernauts.
Chirosil runs into his opposite number. They've got just about 10 meters to go. This is Mychek, the flanker. Quick ball out. That's another thundering run by the left winger who came into the line. That was Pawelek. But the turnover ball, unfortunately, doesn't go into the hands. So you can see the intent is very clear. And if I was a Poland coach, I'd say go for a few more hit-ups before you give it out. We talked about 3 or 4, but do 6, 7 or 8.
They are just walking back.
Yes, they have slowed down the game much more than in the earlier one. They were trying to do it at pace, but I think they've got a measure of what they have to do. And the intent is very clear. They will play 10-man rugby around the base and around the line out. In the first phase, they will go on the fringes, and this is going to cause a lot of work for the loose forwards of the Sri Lanka side. They will have their work cut out today.
They're going to sap a lot of energy up, these Polish lads, and Sri Lanka will have to really measure up how much petrol they can use, and that petrol is going to be very important as we go through the critical phases of this match. Right now, if you're joining us for the first time, here we go. Sri Lanka playing Poland under lights in the last of this Serendib Cup. Shanaka, this is an imposing sight for Sri Lanka. It's about really getting the plan right in those quarters. It is so critical.
It's an anxious bench there. They know that they've got an uphill battle today, especially now that the rains have come down. Srinath Surya Bandara giving a pass to Riza Mubarak behind his goal line that Mubarak will not be thanking him for. Managed to get it away though.
Yes, good composure from Riza and good skill as well under pressure. There's that Polish line out. Very solid, and they're just going to really keep it close.